Hello friends, good morning. Today I'm back with one of the fresh new topic, which is I think very interesting, and I think the kind of topic which I'll be talking to you. A lot of people may see many surprises in this topic basically, and it will change the way you will look the chart in the foundation basically. Uh, Sorry, I have talked about, I think, one of the topic, Navtara Chakra Paddhati. Most of the people might be aware about that. And this video is basically connected with Navtara Chakra Paddhati. Okay. So those who have seen my that Navtara Chakra Paddhati or Siddhant or rules basically through Nakshatra order. Okay. So this is basically connected with that, and you will get a better idea about the planetary placement in your birth chart, and from that order itself has a big meaning and message there. And the topic of today's uh, video is basically conjunction of planets. Most of the people are very much fascinated about some of the planet when they are conjuncted. There's a misconception going on around everywhere, and people basically don't speak very crystal clear about it. It may not be the 100% as per what I say, but the probability is there. If you go through all the order of the nakshatra system, each nakshatra following in that way, I'll take the name of all the nakshatra, 27 nakshatra. If you are having that level of by heart of 27 nakshatra by name, then you can relate with what exactly I'm trying to say that. Okay. As I said that in the previous Navtara Chakra Paddhati, technique basically. Any nakshatra which happens to be the third, fifth, and seventh nakshatra from your birth moon or birth ascendant nakshatra, no matter you are born in any specific ascendant, for that ascendant, those three planets may be very great planets. As per the birth ascendant nakshatra, they will come up in the uncomfortable zone in terms of order, but there are conditions apply. If let's say that planet, let's say in the last video, I think I have mentioned basically anybody born in the Ketu root nakshatra, Ashwini nakshatra. Okay, just I think look at the command I have over the nakshatra by heart. Okay, I'm taking all the 27 nakshatra. If anybody can count and figure it out, which nakshatra falls in the third, fifth, seventh nakshatra, from you can do this as a homework in your learning classes basically at your home. Okay, the nakshatra order is like that. I'll talk about the three cycle. Okay, three cycle of nakshatra. All cycle has a one common fact. Okay, nine nakshatra. The first cycle falls between Aries sign to Cancer sign. Nine nakshatra cycle. The first Navtara of the zodiac belt, and these starts with the movable sign Aries, ends with the movable sign. So Aries to Cancer is the beginning of a life, youthful zone till the age of let's say 24, 28 years of age. The present life, the free will zone, free will zone. Okay, Aries to Cancer, starting with the movable sign, ending with the movable sign in the first Navtara chakra. The order is Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mrikshira, Adra, Punarvasu, Pushya, and Aslesha. So these are the nine nakshatra. Ashwini belongs to Ketu, Bharani belongs to Venus, Kritika belongs to Sun, Rohini belongs to Moon, Mrikshira belongs to Mars, Adra belongs to Rahu, Punarvasu belongs to Jupiter, Pushya belongs to Saturn, and Aslesha belongs to Mercury. So this was the first cycle. The second cycle starts from the Leo sign to Scorpio sign. This is the fixed uh, prarabdha, or you can say prarabdha and punya are basically collected here, accumulated. So this is something about the past. Genetic basis. Aries is Cancer something on basis of your past life zone, which starts from the Leo to Scorpio in the natural zodiac belt order. It says that starting with the Leo sign. Leo sign is the natural fifth house of your ancestor, grandfather, grandparents, your family, genetic lineage, DNA, everything what collectively you are carrying as a soul, as a family, as an institution, as your ancestors, after ancestor, your family, circulation of descendant of generations. So Leo is a lot of thing in terms of genetics, generations, father, forefather, paternal side link. Okay. So it starts from the fixed sign Leo and ends with the fixed sign Scorpio. Again, fourth sign. This is something called past life. Their merits and demerits both are stored of an individual as a family, as an institution, as an ancestor from the paternal side. What great things I think you are carrying from your father, grandfather, forefather, and their forefather, good and bad things. So somewhere basically when you see the sign Leo to Scorpio, you will understand. Beginning with the fixed sign, ending with the fixed sign. And the first nakshatra in this cycle is Magha, Purva Falguni, Uttara Falguni, Hasta, Chitra, Swati, Vishaka, Anuradha, Jeshta. So all these 9 nakshatra is the second Navtara cycle, starting from the Leo to Scorpio. Again, the Magha nakshatra belongs to the royal nakshatra, a kingdom, a brand surname. Basically, you are carrying from which descendant in Vedic Hindu scriptures. Basically, when we use the term Gotra, the blood group, the DNA, the Nadi is basically determined by the Magha nakshatra. Magha nakshatra is your genetic identity. Like there were 7 sages. So in Magha Nakshatra, through which you can describe that you are the descendant of which sage. The whole universe is somewhere the descendant of any of the 7 sages, the 7 rishis. Okay, that can be understood by the Magha Nakshatra very well. So Magha Nakshatra is the first nakshatra of Ketu, and it's a very fixed kind of a nakshatra. Then the second nakshatra belongs to Purva Falguni, Venus. Third nakshatra in this cycle is Uttara Falguni, belongs to the Sun. Fourth nakshatra is basically the Hasta nakshatra, belongs to Moon. Fifth nakshatra is Chitra, belongs to Mars. Sixth nakshatra belongs to Rahu, which is Swati. Seventh nakshatra Vishaka belongs to Jupiter. Eighth nakshatra Anuradha belongs to Saturn, and ninth nakshatra Mercury, Jeshta. So this was the second cycle. This is the past zone. All the so maximum planet between Leo to Scorpio, no matter you are born in which ascendant which, you have a lot of past life, good and bad things stored. You cannot edit those areas very easily in your life, especially planet in Leo and Scorpio. Fixed sign does not gives you that freedom to edit something. Okay, especially they are the fixed good karma or bad karma. You cannot randomly change your wish someday. Something you are bound by the past life, good and bad. Certain things are there. So Leo to Scorpio basically controls our past mostly. Okay, then the third and final cycle starts from the Sagittarius to Pisces. Now this is called the future cycle. Whatever you do in your present life gets stored, deposited for the future karma in order to yourself, your genetic root or something like that. Why I am saying that? If you go through the natural zodiac belt, 10th sign Capricorn speaks about the karma, the action, the behavior, the initiative, execution. Okay, that is kind of a action is a kind of a investment somewhere. Okay, when you put a money investment in something, 12th house energy investment, either it gets multiplied, either it gets destroyed. Something happens based on that. So from Capricorn, the 12th house is Sagittarius, Bhagya, luck, society, future. Okay, that is gets stored, deposited in Sagittarius. Okay, and that basically goes forward to the next lifetime, your next generation, your children's, and everybody. Okay, so that way again, from there basically, if you go in the Mula nakshatra starts from the Sagittarius sign. Again, a Ketu root nakshatra, Mula is the first. Then again, Purvashadha. Then Uttarashadha belongs to Sun. Then Shravan nakshatra belongs to the Moon. Dhanishta nakshatra belongs to Mars. Satvisha nakshatra belongs to Rahu. Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra belongs to Jupiter. Uttara Bhadrapada nakshatra belongs to Saturn. Advaiti nakshatra finally the 27th nakshatra belongs to the Mercury. So this was again the 9th cycle. The way I have by hearted the name and order of all nakshatra. If you do by heart of these nakshatra names and order by heart, you will be very easy to understand the Navtara Chakra principle. This is the oldest school of thought and this is the foundation of a birth chart. Without knowing that you are born in which moon, because your moon and your mind basically tells you that where your life ended in the past life, in the what state of mind, and the present generation, present lives are in a whichever nakshatra pada you are born with remaining Mahadasha, Antardasha, which becomes your Janma nakshatra lord. that nakshatra is carrying a lot of past life memory in it. Okay, Ketu is also one of the karka where your physical actions are stored. So if you see Ketu beginning in all the three fire signs, Ketu is the beginning, but Ketu is also the end of life. I said na, Ketu is the past, Ketu is the future also. But in between, whatever is left, basically, these are basically in the present life. The planets which are mostly connected with the present life are Mars, Venus, Mercury. Okay, and Rahu partially. The planets which are mostly connected with your past life, which has a very important role of the past and bringing that past into present, is basically Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, Moon, and Ketu. Okay, so these are the area you can understand. They are mostly the planet which makes you connect with the past, present, and future. So once you remember this Navtara Chakra Paddhati very well, now we will come on the right topic of today. Now, as I have taken the name of all the nakshatra, those who have memorized all the nakshatra name and order, and you will be surprised like lot of conjunctions which are talked on the social media, on the YouTube, in the book, basically told by great excellent astrologers. You will come to know that their order is not in a compatible arrangement. Okay, so that's why when these both planets are conjuncted in a sign for any ascendant, no matter you're the ascendant lord or good lord, bad lord, that's a secondary part. So somewhere basically you will see the suffocation, trouble, challenges within those with the condition if they are also placed in the bad nakshatra. Now let's take about the bad conjunctions. Once you are born with the Ketu moon nakshatra, let's say you're a Aries ascendant person, your moon, okay, moon is placed in the nakshatra of Ketu, Ashwini nakshatra. Now the moment you are born in Ashwini nakshatra, if you count the sun's nakshatra Kritika, Mars nakshatra Mrigashira, which happens to be the fifth, and Jupiter's nakshatra Punarvasu happens to be the seventh. Now, if by any way Ketu is conjuncted to your Sun, Mars, or Jupiter, no matter in your natural zodiac belt, conjunction of Ketu with Sun, Mars, and Jupiter will become a problematic in your life. Sun is the Vipat Tara, adversities for Ketu. Sun is attachment, authority. Ketu is detachment. Although Sun is very beautifully getting excited in the nakshatra of Ketu. Those who have Sun placed in the nakshatra of Ketu, they will see that no matter how much powerful you are, no much how much you will be limited to written things. The moment you disobey the Ketu's order in that nakshatra, something very difficult will happen in your life. Somewhere you will have a trouble with your father, your bosses, your superior. You may be very dictatorial in nature. Somewhere lot of things, injuries, accident, lot of backbiting peoples will be there in your life. The Ketu Sun conjunction. In the same way, Ketu Mars, although Ketu is the shadow of Mars, कहते हैं ना, your own shadow can be your enemy. You might have heard this before. Ketu is action. Sorry, Mars is action, execution, commanding position. Whenever Ketu is conjuncted Mars, and Ketu is the past also. So whenever the Ketu is Mars, it creates lot of confusion in your life, whether should I do this action or not. You will be courageous person or somewhere you will do mindless actions without thinking about the consequence in your life. Ketu is a headless body. Whenever Ketu is conjuncted to any planet, no matter if the Navtara is not there, it will put down, take away the wisdom of that planet. Somewhere the great material feature, the you can say intellectual feature of that planet will be suppressed in some way, especially whenever the Ketu is in the higher degree to that planet. Let's say Ketu is at 15 degrees, Sun is at 11 degrees. Even if Sun was in the 5 degree and above zone, minimum 10 degrees below the Ketu, any planet comes there, that will technically create trouble for them. Okay. So for the Ketu's nakshatra, you can understand that the conjunction of Ketu with Sun, Ketu with Mars, and Ketu with Jupiter. Lot of people talk a lot about Jupiter Ketu. Jupiter is significator of 5 important houses in the birth chart. Okay, it will be meritorious, it may be great, lot of things. But those who have Ketu connected with Jupiter, and Jupiter controls mainly 4 important houses as a significator in the birth chart. And if Ketu is very closely conjuncted on the above degree to the Jupiter within the 10 degrees orbit, Jupiter is the karaka of a family. Jupiter is the karaka of childbirth, education, your genetic order, your past life merits, your wisdom. Then again, Ketu is the karaka of children's and husband in a female chart. Ketu is the karaka of your teacher, your guru, your higher education, your dharma. Ketu is the karaka of 11th house, your friends, network surrounding, income, fulfillment of all wishes and desire. I want to honestly speak to all those people, but mark my words very carefully. I'm not talking about the whole Ketu Jupiter conjunction irrespective of any degree order. No, there is a rule here. If Ketu is above 10 degree to the Jupiter on the upper side, let's say Ketu is at 19 degree, Jupiter is 11 degree in a sign, but Jupiter should be stationary, not retrograde. For retrograde, that's a different thing, different rule, which I'll talk on other videos. So whenever basically Ketu is conjuncted to the Jupiter and Ketu is on the superior degree, Jupiter is in the lower degree. This conjunction, because Ketu moves downwards and Jupiter moves forward, especially when it is in a stationary mode. So again, this conjunction will cut down certain good features of your life. Somewhere you will not get the help of your family. Somewhere education will be a trouble. Somewhere childbirth will be a trouble. Or if the childbirth happens, child might face disability or child may not be in a good in education. Child may not take care of you in the old age or something like that. Some of the feature in the life you will find this troubling. Okay. So most talked about Ketu Jupiter conjunction. Lot of astrologer I've seen in different platforms praising a lot without talking about Navtara. Because once you talk Navtara, the secret gets open. Navtara is the actual foundation designed in the natural zodiac belt. Nobody can deny the fact that why the nakshatra order is designed in that way. Why this is not very much talked upon. Because once you talked upon, the secret gets revealed. I'm not here, but I think even if this secret I'm revealed, there are still too many conditions. As I told you in the conjunction rule, the two planets should be within 10-degree orbit to each other. Especially Rahu Ketu moves backward. So in the conjunction rule with the Rahu or Ketu should be in the higher degrees. And that second planet which comes into the conjunction, which is either in the good nakshatra order with Ketu or I think bad nakshatra, that's a secondary part. Okay, but once that planet basically comes, the conjunction rule applies. Very strong influence. They both are within the 10 degrees orbit to each other. So in the first case, basically, I have talked about all the Ketu connected with rest other planet. Okay, from that nakshatra order, if you see basically, Ketu may be beneficial for some of the planet. Let's say I think somebody is born in the nakshatra of Sun in the okay. Let's say okay for the person born in the nakshatra of Sun, Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Ketu. Ketu may become a eighth nakshatra lord, Mitra Tara, friendly nakshatra. So, in somewhere in the conjunction, one planet will be in the beneficial side, one will be on the problematic side. So, it's like minus plus. So, it's not a complete free run for any of the planet. Okay. So, this way I have to tell you about the reverse engineering also, reverse order also. You can check it from the both side. One way it will be positive, one way it will be negative, as per the order. But these are the adverse order. Okay. The first thing I talked about the Ketu nakshatra. The second nakshatra basically which belongs to the planet Venus. From the all Venus ruled nakshatra, if you see for Bharani, Purva Falguni, Purva Shada. The third nakshatra will be the planet Moon. Moon Venus conjunction. A young lady, old lady, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. Most of the Indian wives, Sas Bahu, hmm, a young girl and an old lady who has lived that youthful stage. He tells that I know wherever the path you are crossing from, I have crossed many years and superior experience and all those things. A conflict, difference of opinion. Both are planet of beauties, but at different level. Venus is the physical beauty, material beauty which suits the eyes. Moon is the internal beauty, the mind, happiness, good thoughts, thinking, pure emotions, everything. So there will be a conflict. Moon gets excited in the sign of Venus, but that is not the very comfortable sign for Venus. Venus does not like to stay in the fixed sign. Venus is very comfortable in Libra, in Pisces. Okay, so from the moon nakshatra, if you see, Venus becomes the third nakshatra lord. People are very much fascinated to the glamour, material wealth, ignorant, lack of reality, living in the dreamland, Alice in Wonderland. So from all the moon ruled nakshatra, all the Venus ruled nakshatra basically fall in 3, 12, and 21. Vipattara, adversities. For any mother who has a son, her daughter-in-law comes, she becomes insecure somewhere. It may not be the case of, but normally she says that I lived in that way when I was a daughter-in-law, I lived in that generation. That fight you will see. Some, even if very modern mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, they are too moderate into other things. There will be a lot of things behind the scene. Both are very brainy and tricky planet. Both deal with the Maya, drama, arts, and everything. They are expert in Cold War technology. Okay, so from all the moon ruled nakshatra, you can see the Venus basically falling in the third nakshatra Vipattara, which is the fifth nakshatra for moon ruled peoples. Rahu's nakshatra. Moon is scared more with Rahu. Okay, because Venus is third, Sun is sorry. All the for Venus basically Moon is the third, and for Venus basically fifth nakshatra falls in the nakshatra of Rahu. Rahu is the fifth, 14th, 23rd, especially the 23rd nakshatra for any moon nakshatra is categorized as the most dangerous nakshatra for that person. I have one of a very interesting topic. Those people who are newly joined my channel or I think first time watching my phone, please subscribe this channel. I have a lot of astrological secrets to share with you people basically. I'll change your way of looking astrology in a different way. Actually, this is not very much talked or lucrative talking I am about. Okay, now you may find it in some of the books, school taught and everything. Those who have studied astrology in institutions, somewhere they will have this idea. Some of the institutions are really teaching it. I have learned from many institutions where this topic basically Navtara is talked about. So, Rahu Venus conjunction. Rahu happens to be the fifth nakshatra lord for Venus. Pratikul, adverse, challenging. Rahu is act of deception, adharma. Although Venus, Rahu both are considered very good friends, but they both are Maya, illusion, deception. When Rahu is something called limitless, limitless money, limitless beauty, limitless desire, hunger. Whenever Rahu is conjected to any planet, that planet forgets the one thing called limit in life. They don't understand believe it. Even if they are, I think, mm, uh, externally they may be very calm, quiet, good looking, and good behavior, but very cunning people inside. One of the Prime Minister of India, Srimati Indira Gandhi, was having that conjunction, Rahu Venus in her chart. She put emergency on India. कहते ना, she was a very calm woman, gungi gudiya, and lot of things can people can relate with me. Okay, anybody can pick up her chart. She was a Capricorn moon and a Cancer ascendant lady. She was having Rahu Venus conjunction in the sixth house. In fact, she was also having a Jupiter Venus sign exchange. For a Venus, a young lady, Rahu is something will push her like anything. Let's become an actor, model, actress, shortcut money, shortcut name, fame, shortcut fame. Nowadays, people, you will somewhere see in people's life basically, whenever basically Venus is conjuncted with Rahu. Once they are trapped in something, it will become very difficult for them to come out of those things in life. Look, I have chart of many people who are connected with the glamour industry, media industry, lot many other industry. I'll not speak up the names for somebody, but these are the daughters of middle class peoples. Some were also coming from the rich elite background. They went to become an actress, model, or something. They tried their level best. Some of them got the support of their parents. Okay, go and try, learn acting and everything. Either you are into any entertainment industry, whether it's a Bollywood, Collywood, Tollywood, any industry, and this Rahu Venus is a shortcut. Quick money, quick wealth, quick fame, name, anything. Do anything. Rahu means do anything. By hooks or crooks, I want that. Externally, they are very diplomatic, very clever also. They will never accept that. because once this is illusion Maya. Sun is the true reputation in a person's chart. Sun. But Rahu Venus is an artificial sun. I said, na? Venus is the other people in the life. Seventh house, technically, for a male, female, other people. Attention from other people. To do abruptly anything. So this conjunction I simply don't consider as a very auspicious. These people somewhere will be in a very big trouble in life. But once I said, na, there is Rahu takes you to that area basically where you have an entry but you don't have an exit. If you come out, you'll be blackmailed, you will be compromised, you'll be poisoned, lot of things will happen in your life. Okay, then I have a chart of and palm pictures also. What specific kind of symbol basically is in their palm, I can correlate with that. That is mostly in the palmistry also we can correlate what things are going. If you speak lies in front of me, I'll catch you. Because I said na, in matchmaking also basically sometimes these people do very, they hide lot of things. Nowadays there is one thing called PR agency. This is a basically trademark quality of trying to justify every wrong into right. A typical Venus Rahu, I said, but that does not sustain for a long time. Some are blessed, their videos never get circulated. I think, okay, there are other conditions. My intention is not to scare every people who have a Rahu Venus conjunction. Let's say somebody has a Rahu Venus conjunction, but they are far away degree in a sign. Let's say one planet is in 2 degree, 3 degree, and other planet is at 28 degree. This will not impact that much. It should be in a close degree orbit within. Let's say Rahu somewhere between the 20-degree mark, Venus between the 11 to 20 somewhere. This can be categorized. Even within the 15-degree, Rahu will put certain influence to the Venus. Okay, this can make you rise all of sudden richness, gambling, trading, or something, money through lot many wheel. Okay, windfall and fraudulent practice and lot of things. I even know some of the politicians, but they are going through lot many diseases, lot of turmoil on the public domain. They cannot speak up because lot of money is invested on them. If they try to do so, their life can also end. I've heard or seen the chart of some of the people who are no more in the world with this conjunction. This can be very horrific. Rahu Venus conjunction. In a man's chart, if this conjunction is there, especially you have to be very careful with your wife. You have to be very much strong hearted. You have to be very much prepared that you have to go through something which your eyes cannot see sometimes. Actually, it will not be your spouse's fault, but this is something you have earned from the past life. You might have treated, cheated, or done bad things to your spouse in the past life. In the present life, the karma has given you the back. If you think that you will separate that person and go to the next person, then you will separate that person. This will continue happen throughout the life in that way or other way. Either your money will be lost, either you will be put in the court of the law, either you will be blackmailed, threatened, or forced to do something in the hand and gloves of somebody. Okay. So you have to be very careful. I consider this conjunction as one of the most dangerous conjunction in the zodiac belt, Rahu Venus conjunction. This is not. They don't show you the far-sighted things. They are not a visionary people. I'm sorry to say that. On the wrong way, you can vision. I said they have a tremendous kind of a gut feeling. Rahu, whenever is conjected to a planet, it brings a sense of, I think, overconfidence. Like yes, 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 yes. Somebody pushing you, go, 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 and once you enter the battlefield and nobody standing behind you. That kind of attitude is of a Rahu Venus. So be very good. They are not enemies to anybody. They are neither friends to anybody. Actually, they are somewhere their own enemies. Somewhere a kind of a layer is on their mind, on their soul and body. Basically, if the Sun, Jupiter, Saturn are weak in the chart, especially in the Navamsha, and in the Navamsha, if that has happened, especially in any signs like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, you have no idea what trouble they may go for. Up to they have a very short span of life of a limelight, something like that. You cannot be evergreen always, I think. Okay, so somewhere be very careful with the Rahu Venus conjunction. This technically falls in the wrong order. Okay, and finally I am talking about the two best friends, but basically they both have a contradictory nature to each other. They are considered as one of the best friends in the zodiac belt, but technically when they are conjunction, they both represent two different things of life. Venus and Saturn conjunction. From check any Venus ruled nakshatra, Saturn's nakshatra will be falling in the 7th, 16th, and 25th nakshatra. Vattara, death. Venus is abundant, pleasure, happiness, material, everything. Light, show off. And those who understand the nature of Saturn very well, what Saturn knows, reality. Venus is drama, Saturn is reality. Saturn is rules, regulation. Saturn says that be fair play. Although Venus is the lord of Libra, it is like a talk politician, an actor, a dramatic person who talks about equality and everything. But Venus by nature is a businessman. It's a guru of a Rakshasa. Venus is not like Jupiter. Somewhere Venus, deep down the heart, basically Venus full people, they may be very calm, comfortable, very good people. But I think it gives inbuilt beauty, richness, certain kind of followers, something. It brings a false pride, a false confidence in a person. Libra sign. I'll not say that every Libra people or everybody having that Venus nature will be like that, but somewhere basically Venus feels that somewhere I am very superior. Nowadays, some females basically feminist. Just because I am female, I said. But Venus is like a illusion, not more than Rahu, I said. कहते हैं ना, the value of Venus starts with the Taurus sign, ends in the Pisces. Pisces is sacrifice, surrender, detachment. Pisces is Vishnu's feet. Okay, Pisces is Vishnu's feet. It's the sign of loss also. Surrendering, submitting everything here. One day you are born, one day you have to leave everything here. Detachment, sacrifice. So try to understand exalted Venus does not mean always the good wealth, good love life, good sex life, everything. Pisces sign can be very horrific also, deep secrets, even more than Scorpio. Scorpio, you can still detect up to some level, but Pisces, until unless Jupiter is not very good in your chart, Pisces will not allow you to go into the deep of universe. Lot of countries are trying to go to the space, Mars, Sun, Moon, and different. Those who follow the ethics, morals of Jupiter, the Vishnu, universe, they are blessed, but not everybody. Intention, because Pisces sign knows us very well than any other. It is the God sign, universe, the silent observer. It's a judgment house, observation house. So technically, whenever a person has a Venus-Saturn conjunction, let's say both are a forward-moving planet, nobody is combust, nobody is retrograde here. Now, either the Saturn is at lower degree or Venus is a low degree, certain things might change here. But Saturn puts restriction on Venus. Saturn is a bit conservative, traditional, does not like to show off. Saturn says that be precautious, keep safe, be neutral in your life, be fair play, don't be dramatic. Saturn pushes you to make a strong character, be accountable of wealth, earn wealth in a systematic way, don't try to become a sudden rich. Saturn does not believe in that. Until unless too much of past life merit you have got to Jupiter, then this conjunction can really give you great riches. But somewhere Venus Saturn conjunction, there is a one great character and people are very much fascinated about that person, Mr. Bill Gates. He's a Gemini ascendant born. Somebody can connect his chart. He has a Venus Saturn conjunction in Libra fifth house. One more great character I would like to talk about, Mr. Raj Kapoor, the showman of the Bollywood film industry. He was a Cancer ascendant with the moon Rahu sitting in the first house and Saturn Venus in the fourth house. Most of the people may be aware about, I think, Saturn Venus, okay? Saturn Venus conjunction. Both have one common factor in Libra. Libra is an air sign. It can give you certain riches, certain things. Raj Kapoor was having a very dark history about looking at females and dealing with female. He gave lot many controversial statement. Same thing about Bill Gates, who made first of all computer, later on thought that how to enhance my business. He introduced virus, then start selling antivirus. He was also connected with some of the vaccines, basically Pfizer vaccine and lot of thing after COVID-19, everything. So this man is a very suspicious character in his life. Although he's a Pisces moon, looks very philanthropic, but that is not a reality. The reality is something very deep. Lot of the people in the USA in the different parts of the world knows this man very well. This person is a very dramatic. He's a Gemini ascendant. He has a Mercury Mars conjunction in the fourth house. He has a Marna Karka Mars up to some extent exalted. He's a very stubborn people. How he behaved with his employees in his company, lot of legal cases were there on him in the year of somewhere between, let's say, 97, 95 during that period. If somebody can pull out his history, this man is a very controversial figure, very dicey character. He has acquired lot of land in different part of the world. He has a Venus Saturn conjunction. And this man will come up in a great trouble. Trust me. Come up in great trouble in his lifespan. Okay. Let's say Venus Saturn gives a very loyal life partner or something very great in life. Why they both got separated, divorced? Saturn is commitment, law, everything. Saturn was exalted in his chart. And Venus was in the fifth house. Past life, both were the triangle lords. Great. His chart is the Gemini ascendant chart. Venus fifth lord in fifth, ninth lord and eighth lord. Eighth lord coming into fifth house. A very secretive, destructive mind. He never treats the other side of the people very well. Why? His seventh house is getting aspect of Mars, Saturn, both. Although he is also getting the aspect of Jupiter. He is having a Shakat yoga in his chart. Moon is in Pisces, Jupiter is in third house Leo. They both are in 6 8 to each other. These people see a lot of fluctuations in their life. Okay. So basically here I have cleared the doubt about Venus and Saturn conjunction. Technically, Venus is the karka of your seventh house and fourth house. Saturn is the karka of sixth, eighth, and 12th. Lot of suffering, lot of scandal. But sometimes, basically, Saturn is the karka of 12th house. Some people become so clever that they hide their crime through lot of money or lot of things. Although these people can be very visionary, but somewhere I'll not say that everybody. Some devil kind of quality will be there. They both are. Venus is the karka of demons, Rakshasas. Saturn is the karka of all the bad houses in the world. Although Saturn is a karma karka, justice, fair play, everything is there. But Saturn will do that only under one condition if Jupiter and Sun are in good position. Somewhere if Sun and Jupiter are in a bad position, Saturn is of no use in your chart. If the dharma, the rule of universe, the God, the positivity, is alive in your chart, then Saturn is meaningful. Otherwise, Saturn is a blind judge. So that way, basically, you can understand the Venus Saturn conjunction. Okay. So in today's video, bus I have just talked about, I think, two planets, basically Ketu and Venus. Okay. You can apply other planets conjunction in the similar way. Which planet is falling in the third, fifth, seventh to each other, and they will get conjuncted. What will they do? Lot of people praise a lot about Moon, Jupiter, Gaj, Kesri Yoga. Very fascinating. Let's, I think I'll add some more, I think, on Gaj Kesri Yoga. People speak that, okay, they'll be very wise, they'll be having that great things, great nature from all the Jupiter ruled nakshatra. Those who are born in any Jupiter ruled nakshatra. Punarvasu, Vishakha, Purva, Bhadrapada. Moon will by default become the 7th, 16th, 25th nakshatra lord. Jupiter is rules. Moon is what? Emotions. Somewhere Moon is also like emotions, like a mother, like a lover. Okay. Sometimes in the love, in the emotions, you ignore the reality, you ignore the rule. Technically, there is a story about the Devatas that Moon did something wrong with the wife of Jupiter. You people need to know that why from any Jupiter ruled nakshatra, Moon's nakshatra falls in the seventh house. One nakshatra. Why? Jupiter gets exalted in the moon sign, fine. Sagittarius is the dharma, the society. It means that they both are what? Finishing of one yuga, one generation, and beginning of other. I said that this conjunction is not always a fruitful in every context of life. There are certain dark layers of this conjunction which I know. I know some such, but this conjunction cannot be considered that bad, like because both are sattvic by nature. Moon, Jupiter are sattvic, whereas Venus is Rajasic and Saturn is Tamasic. Okay. So from all basically people who are born with the Jupiter root nakshatra, check the order. Moon is falling in 7, 16, 25. Especially 16th nakshatra lord is again a very dangerous planet. And they both are connected. Moon Jupiter will be like that. I am a gentleman, I am a gentlewoman. Just because I am good, over optimism, the world will be also like that. Sometime कहते हैं ना, like sometime Mahatma Gandhi kind of a nature, non-violence. You should never practice violence. Let other do that. We should be कहते हैं ना, over optimism, a suicidal kind of mentality. Who speaks a limited part of certain thing. Although he was a Libra ascendant guy, he was having Moon Rahu, not Moon Jupiter conjunction. But somewhere basically I have burst off one more important thing, and you need to look that whenever people praise about Moon Jupiter Gaj Gesri Yoga inside the Kendra, Jupiter Kendra to the Moon and all those are the superficial talks, okay, to attract the catch and limelight. I'm not here to just get likes, views, subscribers, and speak rapidly anything. No, I'm not that. If you are sincerely want to learn anything through the grassroots, you can be in touch with my channel. Please like, share, subscribe. Okay, and forward to the people, other people. Okay, to make sure that right things reaches to the maximum people in the life. Okay, so that was I think in today's I think video. Okay, anybody has any doubt, any query, please drop in the comment section. Okay. So again, I'll come up very quick, I think, with some more interesting topics. Okay. So see you again after a short while.